What was that?
How about you?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Just hit my deck of cards. Actually, I just saw that you sent me a chat. Yes, no problem. Okay. Yeah, so tonight, for me at least,
Yeah.
it's gonna be night. I'm gonna be up in the city, just around like 4:30 to around 6 p.m. So what's 6 p.m. for you?
Uh,
Or like 6:16, 6:30?
Let me check. You have the Eastern time, yeah?
Yeah, EST.
Eastern. I think it's my morning to be like 4:30 p.m.
4:30 p.m. or a.m.?
Your 4:30 p.m.
4:30 p.m. will be
Yeah.
when you're available.
Yeah, I think it's when I'll be available and Thursday. Yeah, I think yeah.
Shoot.
Maybe a little bit later. Till what time can you are you available?
I could go from 6:30 probably until like 9 or 10. I'm gonna be up in the city at that point. So I'm thinking um
6:30 to
maybe today right after the stream, but I'm gonna be, right at 9:30. I gotta be somewhere. But we can definitely hop on a quick like FaceTime. Um
Oh, we can what day are we? Uh tick
what's
tick
up,
tick tick
Pat?
tick. Maybe if tomorrow you can, we
Hey,
can
bro.
do like after the stream, but when you're not in a
Um
rush.
yeah, let me just double check what I have right after the
Yeah.
stream. I think I'll be good. It's tomorrow, Thursday. Tomorrow will actually be the same story with
Same,
9:30,
yeah.
but Friday I can right after the stream.
Yeah, Friday. Good.
Yeah, Friday will be perfect right after the stream. But again, like we could go today and cover some things today. What exactly did you want to go over?
Uh
Like what I'm saying is like, is it going to be something where you want to go over charts and stuff, or is it more psychology where we can hop on a FaceTime and talk through that?
no, it's more psychology, yeah.
Okay, so that makes it easier for us so that we can,
Yeah.
I don't have to be sitting at a computer. I can, we could.
Yeah, no, yeah.
All right, so after the stream is over, when I'm on my way to my client's house, I'm going to give you a call on Slack. Do you know how to do that? Like Slack actually has a
Oh,
call
you want
feature.
today or tomorrow?
We can do today.
Today or
Today
today,
and
yeah?
tomorrow are going to
Good.
be the same. But if you wanted to hop on the
Yeah,
computer and go over trades and stuff, then that'll be Friday.
yeah, yeah, no worries. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
So you want
I'll
to do
tell you.
today? We'll try
Yeah,
today.
I think yeah.
We'll see what we can get
Yeah,
through, and then we'll move on. And if we got to cover more, we'll get through some more days.
yeah,
All
no
right, brother.
problem.
Pat, what's up, buddy?
Hey, bro. I'm good. Thanks. How are you?
Good, man. Glad to see you're able to trade a little bit today.
Although there's nothing, absolutely nothing going on in the
Yeah.
market. Well, with GJ, so
Yeah. So GJ obviously is consolidating over here. So let's take a look at the higher time frames and break this down. So this is a mess. Now what I'm seeing out of Japan right now is that they're getting a lot of COVID scares, and they're thinking about maybe canceling the Olympics, which is pretty crazy. So obviously that news like that is going to send GJ up. Now, Kuroda was saying yesterday that they are thinking about reopening the economy and stuff like that, but they're going to do it very slowly. So obviously that's positive, but at the same time, very slowly adds an asterisk to that. So GJ obviously is very rangy right now, consolidating. And I think what it's doing is just grabbing orders to then continue up. Right. This is where, all that, our fancy words that we used the other day, accumulation and distribution. This is where that's happening right now. And price is trying to form support. And what tells me that is that we're making higher lows over here. You know, it is consolidating, and we are not making higher lows. We're making lower highs over here as well. So we're kind of like in a pennant, but it looks like we're breaking out of that. But I don't pay attention to that as much as I do the support and resistance. So right now, if you look at the 1 hour, price is respecting this support over here, but also respecting the previous resistance to the left. So we need to close above this area to potentially come right back up to 154, 500, 530 to fill this wick and then continue up to that resistance. But is this the trade coming to the markets? Is this the trade that you want to take with your 1 to 2 opportunities to take a trade? Got about 20 pips right here. Looking at the 30-minute, let's see what this looks like. We are holding the support, but we have this resistance right here. It's not big enough of a range where we form support here, and you got 20 pips right here to play with that you could take a buy, price retest the high, and then continues up. You need price closing above this area, right? Closing above this whole area right here before taking any kind of buys to mirror this move, and then eventually get up to these wick rejections, and then eventually 154, 600. So honestly, let's see the 30-minute. Yeah, 30-minute, we can actually move our target right up here. So this will be a nicer range for us to trade in. Obviously, you'll be securing certain areas. Like I would honestly secure right here. Somewhere in here. Maybe a little bit higher. This is probably going to be the first secure point. And this is probably, 15 pips, 10, 15 pips. Yeah, I'd be securing in here once we get this wick fill. And then eventually we get 30 pips if we leave that runner in. But it looks like we are kind of breaking out of this bullish or this bearish trend over here. What's up, Mate?
Hey, Mate.
Hello, guys.
How are you?
Hey.
Great. You?
Good, man. Just looking
Good,
for some opportunities here. Doesn't look like we have too many. I was looking at GJ to see. Did you take anything during London?
Yeah, I took the gold breakout. I mean,
Okay.
the 15-minute candle.
Awesome. Yeah, I was about to get the gold right over here. But looking at GJ over here, it looks like it is holding support, which is good with this candle right here. This candle has no bottom wick, and we just have straight bullish momentum. So I'm looking for a close above this resistance right here to potentially come right back up into this area. So I want to see a close, a clear close. I always say it, but we just need that reminder. This is a close above, right?
Yeah.
Not something like this where you can't really tell. That's where you get those fake outs. And you're like, you know what? I want to get in this trade. I see this opportunity. And all of a sudden you get faked out just because you weren't patient enough. These are those candles that get you. So look for that clean close above resistance right over here. And then wait for that wick to come down and obviously tap this area because we have these heavy rejections to the left. So you want a little retest of that area. It doesn't have to be candles closing bearish and then a bullish candle, but it does have to be some kind of a little wick coming down, and then we just start heading out. Wait for that candle to maybe flip bullish. But
On GJ, I ultimately see price going to 155 and tapping that 155.4.
Yep.
Like that strong resistance, and then it's probably gonna head back down.
Did you say 155.4?
Yeah, like the strong resistance that you see on like the monthly.
Okay, let's see.
Like that zone. You see, like that's like a huge range on a monthly that GJ has been in for the past 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Or so.
Exactly. Yeah, 155, very significant level. I was just wondering why you said 155.4. Is it these wicks?
Sorry, it was just the way I drew my resistance, but
okay.
Pretty much that zone. Yeah, that zone.
Got it. Yeah, I use the psychological level of 155, obviously, but also these candle body closes over here as well. Resistance, support, right? So 155 is kind of my target. That's why I have this range right up here, this green zone. That's 155. That's where we want to tap. And it looks like we did up here. We made our high up here, but then obviously we came down. This is not typical. This is kind of similar to our market structure that we had a couple weeks ago, somewhere down here, where we were just, we were consolidating, but we were grabbing orders to head up. See how we were making higher lows down here, right? We weren't making higher lows up here, higher highs up here, but we were making higher lows down here. So that tells me that there's bullish pressure that's kind of accumulating. Banks want price to go up. All the fundamentals were up as well. But then we just broke out. And we broke out on the 9th. So what day is that? That was a Sunday. So Sunday open, we just broke up. I remember that. So now we're doing the same thing. We're kind of making higher lows. That's why I have this little trend line right here. It's the only reason I have these on here because it gets very crowded in here, and I don't like that. But
don't you get confused with like all those trend lines? There's
what was
so
that?
many. So don't you get confused with like all those trend lines? Like there's so many.
I don't get confused. I just get annoyed. But it makes sense to me. Things are going to make sense to you that don't make sense to me, vice versa. And it just helps visualize that. The fact that price is respecting these trends. I just have mine here. It would be smart if I did something like this, put the opacity down on these, just so that they're not like sticking in your face.
No, like I was just wondering, like when you flip between time frames, obviously the trend lines change, right? Like and it's like, fuck, like how do you not get
like going to the daily like this?
Yeah, exactly.
Normally when I do this, I just do this. And then I'll hide the higher time frames, and then I'll do my markup on the what's it called? Right over here with Zoom.
Oh, okay.
We're in this area. We're just trying to break out, and it looks like we have a higher low down here than over here. So that gives me confidence that, we break out of this area, which it's trying to do right now. You get a little retest, and then price starts pushing up. Price is going to retest these highs and hit 155 right here. So that's what we're looking for. But these just, obviously help keep these in here. We are at the height of this channel that we've been respecting, kind of like consolidating in this area. But I do like this current daily candle. We came down, created a bottom wick, and now we're just pushing up. We're filling this wick, and this is what we pointed out yesterday, remember? You got this wick right here with a weak candle body, but a top wick on this bearish candle. Normally, on GJ and gold, actually most pairs that I've seen this print out, that wick gets filled in this way, especially in an uptrend. So it's a very weak body, but with a big wick that we can fill. Price is pushing up right now, respecting the bullish trend that we've been in. This trend line makes sense to you, doesn't it, Pat?
Yeah.
Yes. So right now we're bouncing off of it, but we just need to clear a couple areas. So let's see where we're at right now. The 1 hour did flip bullish, which is good. But again, we can't get too excited because we got that rejection area right here. So we need, and look, there we go. You see this close right here? It looks like we closed above resistance, but we really didn't. There's no top wick over there. And it's not clear. Like if price closed around here, that would be clear because we get that retest and then price could continue up. But right now we're, just in this level right here that you want to be aware of. Yeah, price needs to exit this whole area right here. So let's take a look at gold. So gold, what a move, right?
Yeah, quite a move.
Yeah, we got to break down the group Trello as well.
Start to get FOMO on gold now. Maybe I should like, this is GJ only. I don't know, man.
Well, so
Like I should start
you're
looking at
executing
gold
on
as well.
GJ only, but are you live back testing gold or any other pair?
Not yet. Not yet. But
Okay.
I need to. No, I don't plan on taking on more than 2 pairs eventually. But I'd like it to be gold and GJ.
Okay, good. So if you'd like it to be gold and GJ, I highly, highly recommend journaling the trades that you're missing. Journal everything about it. Pay attention to the U.S. economy, what's going on with the U.S. economy. Obviously, global economy as well. Gold runs on the global economy, but the U.S. dollar is the reserve currency of the world. So it's gonna be based off that. But just as we see on GJ right here, before on GJ on the higher time frames, price consolidating but making higher lows. So that's bullish pressure telling me that price is going to continue up once we get some volume and some fundamental data coming out. So we just pushed up, broke the previous resistance over here to the left, the 1 hour. I actually ended up grabbing this move right here. Closed the full thing at 1900 just because it's a psychological number. And it's, what's it called? I forget what I was going to say. 1900. And it was the end of the session. I was basically done with it. So price just continues to push up, and plus I secured 80% of it once I hit my normal TP, where I secure, leave my runner, and I move my stop loss to break even. Price reached 1900. I was basically done with it, so I was cool. 1900, close the full thing, and now we're starting to push up again. So now we're creating higher lows, higher highs. What's up, Chris? He's on the train. So looking over here, he's in the chat. What's up, my man? Hope you're doing well. Got your run in this morning. So obviously we had this little accumulation phase right over here. Prices pushed out of it. Now we're in the same exact thing. A lot of positive fundamentals coming out for gold, negative for the world, but price is just kind of pushing up. We had this little fake out over here. Price came right back down into the range. So I'm looking for price to break this resistance over here to possibly take price up. Looks like we're holding this support right here. Make sure we can leave it like that. It's a minor. Ah, damn. What happened to your foot? From running? So I'm looking over here at gold, and I'm waiting for a clean close, like we just said on GJ, to close above this range. And you have about 23 pips to reach the high of this wick fill. You may want a retest or a clean close above this resistance. We'll see what we get once we wait for candles to close, and we'll execute based on that. So again, we have this rejection right over here. Don't get FOMO when it comes to price pushing out right here. You need candles to close above. You got 8 minutes for the 1 hour to close.
It's also pre-New York only, so it's all good.
Exactly. Pre-New York, you don't get the best volume on gold. You get that volume during in a trending market right now, you definitely could be. And this is good right here. You want this close above, and then at 7 o'clock, 7:15, get that wick, to come down, retest this previous resistance, and then price to come up. So we could definitely get a move on gold during pre-New York right now, just because price is trending. Looking at EJ over here, we are just ranging. EJ still respecting this bullish structure. Price just pushing up, right? Creating highs, coming down, creating a support, consolidating a little bit, and then coming up to retest those highs. Now we're at a new high. Price came down, kind of consolidating over here in this range. I don't want to trade anything in here. I want to wait for a clean close below this area. It's going to be hard for you to sell EJ based on fundamentals coming out. Negative fundamentals for Japan, but you have a clean close below. So you get a close below this support. You get a clean move to the left that you can mirror. Could possibly grab some pips on that, but typically you want to wait for buys. You want to wait for, price to come down into this area right here. Key zone. Price to retest this area and then continues up. But you got 25 pips here, so you could definitely grab this move down for then price to come right back up. Let's keep an eye on gold. I think gold is our main play right now based on the fact that GJ keeps rejecting this level right here. You need a clean break out of here. Now, we could definitely get on GJ over here what we got the other day. Where was that? Yeah, right over here. You had this range. Where price came right back into the range, and then we came right back out, formed that support over here back in the range, but it was still a higher low. Came out of the range over here. Looking at the 30 minutes a little clearer. This candle flipped bullish, created its bottom wick, and then price pushed up. So could we get the same exact thing over here? It's a nice strong candle. No wick on either side of this bullish candle right here. The 15-minute, the 30-minute. GJ is a little tricky right now. I think the main player will be gold. So, Pat, you with us? Maybe on a call. Damn, U.S. Treasury yields just tanking. Bank of Japan, the Japanese currency index right now is basically still in this consolidation over here, holding support, right? Are we going to break out of this trend and break this resistance and start heading up from here? If that's the case, then we're going to get a little, this GJ move might start to come down. Let's see. So those are our pairs right now. Let's keep it on gold because this is what we're waiting for. We got about 4 minutes left. Let's see. The 5-minute rejected this level right over here with this bullish candle. Never closed above.
Yeah, it could easily flip because there's no bottom wick, but let's just wait.
What was that, Mate?
Yeah, I'm just thinking that it could easily flip because there's no bottom wick at all.
Very well could.
Need to wait for that close.
Especially after this rejection right here.
Yep.
So let's take a look at our journal. That's the one we took a look at yesterday. Mate loss, right? I want to wait to go over Tigers with Tiger. I'm going to get Mate's. This was mine from yesterday, just so you could take a look at what I was doing. I added it into the Slack group, but this is how I took this trade. And honestly, I really took this based on the the 30-minute down here, as price was forming this support, fundamentals coming out as well, finally broke out of this consolidation over here to the left. So you got a clean setup right here, waited for candles to pass the high of that candle right there. And I put my stop loss down here below this wick just to give it some room to breathe, knowing that it had potential to continue bullish with a nice uptrend. Plus, I wanted a wide stop loss based on the fact that we didn't have as much volume at this time. This was around like 11:30, 12 o'clock that I took this. Yeah, 11:42. So what happened was, this is what the 15-minute looks like. I put my stop loss right down here. I entered as price, kind of consolidated for a second and then pushed above the high of that candle right here. This candle started coming down. This is what the 5-minute looked like. And I didn't want to close anything until we broke this structure right over here on the 5-minute. That's where I secured. Price ended up doing that with this wick, passing the low over here. What I should have done was wait for it to pass the low of the 1 hour or the 30-minute instead of the 15 or the 5-minute. I was kind of micromanaging it. But price just continued up. I closed 50. I never re-entered because it was in the middle of the session. So I ended up just leaving the rest and closing the full thing at 1900.
It's a good trade. I think it was also good that you managed risk at that 5-minute rejection zone.
Yeah.
I think I would do the same because that's an area where you want to be a little cautious.
100%. And it could have very well continued to range in here with no volume. And then later on pushed up because I didn't want to, if this was happening right here, I didn't want to be stuck in this consolidation. All right, 15-minute closed above. This is good. Switch over to my let's see what we get. We need a bottom wick forming. Don't know if I want to take this.
I think I will stay out because it's only pre-New York and I had a loss on
Exactly.
pre-day. So
I don't know if I want this to be, and this is again not a clear close above. This is our range with these wicks right over here. I didn't necessarily close above, so I don't think I want to take this. Again, you guys got only 2 opportunities to take a trade. And it's the first minute. So are we passing the high of these candles in the first minute? Or are we going to form a bottom wick? Let's see. Properties. Yeah, we just passed the high in the first minute.
yeah, I think it could go to the top of the range and then it could reject.
It could.
We'll
That's
have
what I see happening too. And that's not our setup, so I'm not
exactly. Have you changed your risk parameters to percentage?
What was that?
Have you changed your risk parameters to
Yeah. So I lowered risk a little bit. I'm going to be raising it again. I just needed to get back to accumulate and just taking smart trades. Because what I was doing, and you'll find this too, when you start increasing risk a lot, is that you're taking trades just to take trades. And you don't want to do that. You start deviating from your rules a little bit, and you got to get away from that. Can't be doing that. So what you do is you go through a little losing streak like that. You cut back on your risk real quick. You get back to your roots, if you will, and then you then increase risk again. You get smart, and it's no rush, not about money. Just gotta be smart.
Exactly. Agree with that.
But yeah, I keep it on 1%, just so that I'll hit double trade. You know, like so 1%, and then I'll double trade 2 times to make it like 3-4%. But I like keeping it on 1% with 80 custom. Or ejecting a little bit. Not a lot going on this morning. GJ still in this range.
Yeah, GJ is just a mess.
Hmm.
I haven't even looked at it for the past 2 days, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just do my analysis for gold in the morning. I look at GJ just 1 minute. I see it's just where it was.
Yeah.
That's it. I just want a clean breakout of this range. It's not worth taking trades.
100%. It's just basically a mess.
Yep.
Does look like it wants to push up right now. Just don't like the setup. Alan, have you taken anything all day?
Today?
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Just watching it gold, yeah.
Cool.
Looking in small time frames, what it's doing.
Good stuff. So this was a Matei buy. Wednesday, London. Oh, this was this morning?
This was this morning, yeah.
Nice.
London open hour.
All right, let's diagnose this. Okay.
So those are the screenshots of the pre-trade. I was waiting for this candle to close above the resistance.
Smart. Okay. Still in the range. Okay, we broke out of the range. And you took it as price was flipping bullish.
Actually, you know, the candle first passed the high, but it just barely passed it, and then it created quite a large bottom wick. You know, it was quite a 10 pips.
Yeah.
Once it passed, I got that perfect entry right on that. And,
Nice.
I took it once it passed the high.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah, thank you.
And stop loss at break even.
Yeah, I ended up securing 75% at plus 16 pips.
Okay.
I just left the rest because what I'm looking at for the past few days, maybe weeks, is I'm thinking about trailing my stop loss on gold. So I'm thinking about it a little because on gold, you know, I'm not really that comfortable with taking 10 pips because it can easily push more.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that to be greedy, just, you know, I'm just giving it the opportunity to push more. So I've backtested trailing my stop loss for 10 pips. So when let's say my entry gold goes up 10 pips, so I move my stop loss to break even. Then it pushes to 20 pips and I move my stop loss to 10 pips. And that way I give myself the probability to not limit the upside, but trail my stop loss to only limit the downside.
I like it.
Decent volume in the market.
Okay.
Maybe I'm able to catch 50, 60 pips, you know, without limiting the upside. But then once the price traces, it goes down, it takes me out.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, every 10 pips you trail your stop loss?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I backtested this and so far it looks good. I mean, sometimes you get taken out, you know, you miss.
Of course. But you don't lose anything.
Exactly. But another time you can ride the price right to the high, you know, like 80 pips and it stops you out then. So that's why I closed on only 75% and I left the point, I mean the 25%,
Mhm.
and it had price pushed 20 pips in profit, I would trade my stop loss at plus 10 pips,
Okay.
but got to 18 pips in profit, so it stopped me out to break even. But I'm fine with that. It's
I
all
like
good.
that. I like that. Now, what you want to do is just pay attention to the stats. How often
Yep.
do I get stopped out? How often does price come back to my entry and then continue bullish in my direction if it's a buy? Yeah, but I like that a lot. So just keep track of all those stats right now in your database that we have. That'll be awesome for you.
Yep. I mean, I'm going through my Trello right now and going to backtest all of these things, how the things play out.
Awesome, man. I've been back testing gold actually on Soft4fx a little bit. I got this
Okay.
account right over here that I've been and this is only literally from what is this, April 27th. So I'm doing all of May right now.
Perfect.
Just kind of back testing some of the scalps and everything, but obviously journaling all of my some of the trades that I'm taking as well. So this is April 25th to the 30th. This was if you want to take a look.
Yep.
And I'm not putting as much detail in here, just like quick little things, just so that I could get more trades under my
Yep.
belt. You know what I'm saying? So this was actually, respecting the bullish trend over here. I took this higher low right over here. Price printed another bullish candle right over here on the 15-minute, and I took it right after that. Price
Perfect.
pushed up like 13 pips, 1-to-1. So I moved my stop loss to break even. Price reached that resistance over there. I didn't secure anything. And then price reached 50 pips right over here. Closed 50% at 50 pips. Stop loss in the original spot. And then I ended up getting stopped out at break even.
That's a great way to journal the simulation trades.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's all the time frames.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good. I like my little background here.
Yeah, I like it. Simple.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, GJ, again, rangy. Look, we're getting this. We do have this close above. This candle passed the high of that candle in the first minute. And that's why we didn't take it, because price just rejected. When it passes the first minute, it needs to create that bottom wick most of the time. If it passes the high and just keeps pushing, fine. We've missed the trade. Doesn't matter. That shouldn't bother you because it's not part of your rules.
Yep, exactly. And it's not like we have a clean traffic to the. I mean,
Exactly. Is this your setup over here? No.
Exactly. The only setup that was my setup was the one that I took this morning.
Yeah, exactly. This was beautiful. You took this as we broke above, candle flipped. And you ended up entering as we passed the high, but it created its bottom wick. And that was the important part. That's when you don't want it passing the high in the first couple seconds or 30 seconds to a minute.
I think it was the third or the fourth minute of the 15-minute candle, so that's perfect.
Okay, good. Yeah, about halfway through the candle.
Yep.
EJ still in this range. Again, this could be a play for you guys. So if we close below this area, maybe retest, you got a clean move to the left to come right back down here, grab the 25 pip sells over here to then I would close the full thing right here. And then you could wait for that support to form in this key area and then take this out. But that's up to you if you want to take this. But you do have a clean move to the left and you have the range. But you just got to wait for that close below. And typically, we're in an uptrend. I would wait for the retest as well. If you're going to trade against the trend. That's one of our rules. So, Pat, that makes sense to you? Just journaling all these trades that you would have caught on gold? I would go back maybe about a month or two on the charts. Do you have the rewind tool on here?
No.
Do you have the simulator?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
a simulator, but I just use the basic what's that thing called? Trading View. Yeah.
you have the simulator on Soft4fx is what I was saying? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I would go back and kind of do what I'm doing actually. Go back to the beginning of May, end of April, and just start back testing this and journaling the trades you would have taken. Slowly, you're going to start gaining confidence with gold, and then you're going to start entering a 2-cent lot. And the reason I say 2 cent is so that you can manage risk. You can close 50 when you want. So once you start executing with that, you're going to get more and more comfortable with it. See, this is why you stay patient on gold.
Yep.
EJ, looks like it's breaking down, but let's see if we respect the support down here. GJ is trying to push up, looks like. Just want to see central bank term.
The Knicks are playing tonight, right?
Oh yeah,
Second game.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, let's get a win.
I love this speech. I put it on my story from Julius Randle, but this translates right into trading. Listen to this.
One of the great one-season turnarounds in Knicks history. Every facet of his game has gotten better. I'm telling you, man, I put the time in. I'm not surprised. Like, when you put the time in, you put the effort in, the work in, it's how it should be. It's good! Julius Randle from...
See, dude, every time, man.
Perfect. Yep.
But you put the time in, you put the work in, you start gaining the confidence and starts paying off in every single career aspect of life, business, whatever. Sports, put the time in, it pays off.
And that's the thing. So he is not even surprised because he knew it was going to happen because he knows himself. Well
and you get this kind of cockiness about yourself, but you got to be able to control that, obviously. But you get confident. You don't care what people think. You don't care what you're doing.
Yeah, you have to find the link between cockiness and confidence.
100%. That's what drives you.
Yep.
So GJ over here, obviously making higher lows, but again, is this your setup? This is on the 30-minute over here, but you have all these rejections over here to the left. So this whole box right here, you want price to clear the zone, close above that zone, and that way you know we're exiting that whole area. Pat, how's work going?
Man, so yeah, no, it's been a nightmare. It's how
Really?
busy things are. Yeah, it's been a really profitable, successful quarter. But sheesh, man, I've worked for every cent.
Damn.
I've worked for every cent, but I'm not complaining. I just took the day off today.
Nice.
Yeah. Since it's been such a great quarter, I gave the team a day off.
There you go.
And, myself. So here I am.
When you gave him that week off, did you get a lot of work done as far as like trading, like what you wanted to do? It was like the 5-day week, right? Or 5-day break.
Yeah. I did. Like I really went through like a learning journey, just not really technical focused, but more psychology focused.
Okay.
You know, mentals and all that stuff. And you know, I think.
And what'd you do for it?
So that's where I went over the what is that book? The one I was
Trading in the
telling you?
Zone?
Yeah, Trading in the Zone. I actually read it twice.
Nice.
I read it twice because of the writing style of the dude. Like he's like super wordy and like super. I don't know, man. Fuck. I feel like he could get to the point much faster. you know, but he goes like uses this roundabout journey, you know, like 40 years and 40 nights in the desert to get to the fucking point, and it's like, okay, now I have to search through all this literature to see like what you're actually trying to say. So I had to read it twice, and in that process, you know, I think I was able to, I think, reach some mental, you know, mental and psychological milestones that I perhaps didn't have before. And it was just being more conscious about just having no emotion, you know?
Okay.
And it brought me to be able to realize, like, in my job, you know, where there are like a lot of, you're servicing a contract, you know, there are a lot of variances that you can't really account for, you know, that may present themselves due to like what's going on in the market, what's going on, you know, with commodity prices and whatnot, and how that affects like business spend for our clients. I don't have any emotion anymore, like when a project falls through or things don't quite work out, you know, and like 1 second I'm looking at a massive payday from a project being completed, and the next disappears because, you know, something's fallen through. Like I don't have any emotion anymore. It's just like, it's like, oh, okay, whatever, cool, on to the next one, you know.
That's
But it's
awesome.
like, why the fuck can't I have that with trading? But it's because I've gone through the motions at work, you know, I've done it for a while.
Mhm.
I've been through the lowest of the lows.
Yep.
And I just told myself, hey man, I won't let this area of my life steal my peace. And, you know, I just need to apply the same thing with trading. But I also realized that with trading being a newer field,
Mhm.
it's because a lot of hopes and dreams are being weighted against trading success.
Mm.
You know? So the stakes are higher, if that makes sense.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So yeah, based on that, just like me going through all that mental gymnastics in my mind, I've come to a place where it's like, I don't feel bad about missing a trade. You know, if I have to cut my loss early, it's all right. I'm still working on like being scared of being like fear leading me to cut profits too early. I'm still working on that because I
Okay.
fucking hate leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
I really do.
That's like
You
greed.
know?
And in a way,
So,
greed is good, right?
sorry?
I said, in a way, greed is good. There could be good greed.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Like for me, it's just like we work too hard to get a winning trade. For me, not to maximize it.
Yeah.
That's how I see it, but obviously could be wrong. So
100%. Did you watch that video series I sent in the videos channel?
the Wahlburgers.
No. I think you would relate with this a lot, actually. Let's see. Videos. These you definitely want to check out. But let's see. Which one is it? This one. This is just part one. He's got about 7 parts. Highly recommend just watching this. He talks a lot about leaving profits on the table, stuff like that, and how to kind of deal with that. But this guy's a very good trader. I've been really paying attention to a lot of institutional traders and listening to their perspective because they've been doing it for 20, 30 years. These are the best of the best. You know, they get paid a lot of money to manage millions and even billions of dollars. Either hedge funds, banks, wherever they work, these are the best. So, you know, I'm studying these guys, Ross, Trevor Neal. There's a bunch of guys. This guy as well. I love this guy.
Too high of an opportunity cost to consider. $100,000.
Oh, where was it? What's up, James? I think it's Ross Martin. You're Ross Williams. This guy. Knows what the fuck he's doing. But I highly recommend watching this video. It's called Why People Suck at Trading by Ross Williams. It's a good one, and he's harsh.
Nice. Yeah. So,
But that mentality that you have for work is exactly what I want you guys to have with trading and in business and in everything. which is awesome. It doesn't bother you. This is something that you learn from. It doesn't get under your skin. You know, you're a man about any kind of adversity that you're hitting, and it's just like, all right, take it on the chin. Let's move on. Let's learn from it. Let's use it. Let's see what we can use it for our advantage, and then move on.
You know,
So that's
You
good
see
shit. They have that.
I realized like the process that I went through to get that way with work.
Mhm.
I actually don't want to go through that again with trading because that shit was rough, man.
Were you learning the hard way?
Dude, that was like, you know, when you're like just emotionally numb, like that's where I am. And like you don't get emotionally numb by good things happening to you. You get emotionally numb by fucking like every last drop of life being squeezed out of you.
Yep.
To the point where you're like, okay, guys, you know what, I'm done, man. Like I'm cursed. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know what to do anymore. And then you bounce back. I actually don't want to go through that with trading, man. Like,
Well, here's the thing. Like, you're going through that for a company that you're working for. So you are, you know, building the dreams of somebody that owns the company that you're working for, and you got to go through all that. Obviously, it's a way different nature than when you're doing it with your own business, correct?
yeah.
With your own business, it's like listening to kids cry, and it's somebody else's kid. It's like, I don't want to fucking hear that, but it's your own kid. It's like, all right, you know, you're used to it. You deal with it.
Yeah.
So this is your business. Trading is your business, and unfortunately, you got to embrace some of that. Now, it's way different than blowing accounts every fucking day and going through that. That's different. That's what you don't want to be going through. But when it comes to, you know, losses and, you know, you're managing risk, you're doing everything you're supposed to, but you're also taking these losses, you need to embrace those losses. You need to look at losses the same way you're looking at those things. And it's going to feel a lot better, or not a lot better, but it's going to feel a lot more natural when it's, you know, your own business, your own trading, going through that adversity. As long as you're doing it the right way, you're managing risk and you're sticking to your rules, which is number one, far and foremost. You know, so like I said in the what was this, the analysis? Yeah, yesterday I was up in the city. Right over here. It's not about each individual trade. It's about the accumulation of trades that add up to your trading plan. Right? So you have this trading plan here. You take a loss. So what? You manage risk. But the next trade is going to make up for that trade. So it's not all about that one day. It's not all about that one trade. It's about the accumulation of managing your risk and taking smart trades, trade on top of trade.
Yeah.
So
you know, like something that I heard. I don't know if any of you gentlemen listen to this guy's podcast where he interviews a whole bunch of traders. I think his name is Cam Hawkins.
Yeah, Trading Nut.
Yeah, Trading Nut.
Yeah. I listen to it all the time because I'm on these drives all the time. So it's.
Yeah, no, I love his you know, the variety of guys that he trades. And one of the things that stuck with me the most is like, you're not gonna get rich off of a single trade.
Mm-hmm.
Like always remember that. Every time you like want to over leverage, it's like, yeah, cool, yeah, you can do it, but you're not gonna get rich off of it. So then what's the point? You know, so
1,000%.
yeah. That really really helped me. You know.
As long as you think that way and you understand that, you're gonna be good. Just the accumulation of trades. That's it. You know, you can have an accumulation of trades over a course of a month, and then you take that one trade that you think is gonna make or break you, or honestly, it's gonna make you. That's what you're thinking, and it blows all your profits that you just gained for the last month, and it feels like that whole month was just a complete waste. When in reality, it really wasn't, because you were learning, you were gaining experience, you were understanding your pair and everything, and all you did was just have a stupid mistake.
Yeah.
But you blew the profits. And that's why trading is so hard, because you can have a great year and do that and blow your whole profits for the whole year. How demoralizing is that? So it's all about just sticking to your plan and taking smart trades. That's it. We've been very selective this week. We've been taking just about all winning trades. I think I had one loss on EJ.
Nice.
Yeah, just 2.9 pip loss. I still have to finish journaling it.
How many trades have you taken this week?
Like 4,
Okay.
3, maybe 3. Oh, we got to check. But this was my setup on EJ, right? I think I wasn't even supposed to like lose anything from this, but let's check it out. So high created over here, price comes down, forms support, nice strong candle right over here. A price continuing up. No rejection over here to the left where price rejected, and we got to watch this level. There's, we had the fundamentals on our side too. So price starts pushing up. We already created our bottom wick. Or actually, no, price was in profit, and then it came down, and I closed 50% at 2.9 pips. And then I closed another 50% as price passed the low of the previous wick over here. So manage risk really well. Never hit my stop loss. The price continued up about 16 pips, and I never secured up here. And what happened was we made a strong push up, right? And this is where I should have secured. We made a quick volume push. And when you get those quick volume pushes, after the move already happened, that's where you want to secure. And I didn't secure there. I should have. Oh, this is Alan. Awesome. So, I ended up getting stopped at a break even right here. So it, net, it was a 2.9 pip loss. When in reality, it's, I should have secured up here and it would have been a win anyway. But I was just managing risk. On this, I risked 2% and I only lost 0.67%. And that's a win. You need to look at that as a win.
That's great.
Let's see, Alan. No trade here. Perfect. Got a nice 75 pip range. Okay. 1970 295. This is your target, right? So what makes that your target? Let's check it out.
I think it's really like the big target, but anyway, even if the target is 70, I would get 15-20 pips, and after that letting it,
Okay.
I think I caught it on the 1 hour time frame, 30 minutes.
Right over here. These wick rejections.
Yep.
This looks like 1970. Yeah, 1917. Right over here. Okay, cool. Definitely a nice pit stop right over here, so we can mark that off. Yeah, like 1921, 1922 in here. So we could definitely reach that.
Higher, way higher.
So right over here, it looks like obviously we made this huge push up. This candle passed the high of that candle and then created a bottom wick, and it ended up closing a doji candle right here. This candle already created its top wick up here, and now it looks like it may close bearish. We got about 2.5 hours for a price to close. Actually, 1.5. Excuse me. So the 1 hour, we're kind of exhausting up here. Not that I'm going to take any kind of sells. You don't want to take sells until maybe we break below the support and retest it. Because you got a clean move to the left. You got a wick to fill. But in here, you don't want to take any kind of sells because we can easily find some kind of support in here and then just continue out or consolidate, which is even worse. You don't want to be stuck in that.
Steph, how are you finding that book, Mindset?
I'm not on it yet. What I'm doing is I'm finishing winning, and once I'm done with winning, I'm getting into mindset because I already bought. I had 2 credits on Audible, and I already like pre-ordered winning with my credits. So what happened was when I bought mindset, I went back to Audible and I saw that winning just came out. So I was like, all right, I already got this. Let me finish this. I'm getting through it pretty quick. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to but dude, winning, you got to listen to that one.
I'm halfway into winning. Like I said, I don't do audiobooks, but because like 75 hard, reading 10 pages every day and whatnot.
True.
And because like I have so many things that I want to read, I have been like actively working on like drastically like increasing my reading speed,
Cool.
which has been working. So I started winning like 5 days ago, and I'm already halfway through.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I should be done probably by maybe by Saturday or Sunday. I should be done with the book, but I am enjoying it though.
I've done something similar. Is it when it comes to like trying to read quicker? Is it where you're looking at the middle of the page and you kind of get the two sides out of there
Yeah.
and you kind of
Yeah.
skim through it almost?
Yeah. It just takes a lot of practice because your comprehension gets sacrificed for
Oh,
speed.
of course.
So yeah, but for me, because there's so many things I want to read, man, especially now that, like I have the habit of reading every single day. It's just like my wish list just keeps piling up. So
I bet.
I need ways of speeding up. Yeah.
I bet.
But yeah, going back to it, I am enjoying winning. Yeah, I don't agree with anything, but I do appreciate like a different standpoint that they're able to present, and it does make me think about things a bit differently. Yeah.
When you say you don't agree with everything, what do you mean by that?
So I guess I'm still. Let me come back to you on that one. I have a work call coming in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anybody else reading that by any chance?
Which book?
Winning.
No, not yet. I have to get it.
Yeah,
Not yet.
Sorry about that. Fucking sales bots.
The worst.
Like insurance and shit calling.
The worst.
Anyway,
Yeah, this one.
So for me, like my perception on winning is like, it's like, I guess I don't believe that winning is everything. And obviously, can look at it in specific areas, but I guess for me, I try to find, or rather I aim for things that bring me happiness,
Of course.
and I'm not exactly sure if winning makes me happy, sort of thing. Like I derive greater value from impact, right? From impact, from being able to help people around me, from, like other people's happiness is like my happiness, and I derive a lot of joy from that. It's like you and your partner, like you do something nice for your partner, she's fucking beaming, ear to ear. It makes you feel good, sort of thing. It's kind of a person I am versus like very competitive winning. I mean, I used to box before. And fuck, I couldn't be a boxer because like I don't have like anger issues, bro. Like I don't have a fucked up childhood. I don't see you in the ring. I don't want to rip your head off. I remember my coach gave me so much shit because I was sparring this other dude, and I gave him I gave him a cross on the jaw, fucking lights out. And then I felt bad. I was like, I apologized. I was like, "Are you okay?" My coach is like, "Are you fucking serious, dude? This is boxing, man. I'm just not that kind of person," sort of thing. It's like, okay, yeah, cool. I'm the type of person that I'll win a competitive match against you, but I'll still feel bad for you because you lost, So
that's just your nature. And I think what I wanted to ask though, like when you're doing that, like with your partner or with anybody, like giving back to people, would you say that's winning in life though? It doesn't have to be competitive. I think people can have different definitions for it, and I think like if you're pushing yourself to the absolute limit and you're getting the most out of yourself, and that's not just in business or work, but that's in relationships, that's in doing the things that you want to do every day, that's in trading, that's in everything. To me, I consider that winning. It doesn't have to be rip your head off, competitive nature all the time like that. It's just sticking to what I say I'm going to do and doing it, and that translates into everything else. And to me, that's just winning at life.
Yeah.
And in ways, you could take that into the competitive nature side of it. And I think some people need that, some people don't.
Yeah, that's a good point, because like of late I've realized like I'm only able to help, or no, not only, I'm mostly able to help others. I'm mostly able to do a lot of acts of kindness because I have the resources to,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Exactly.
And that's as a result of winning in life to a degree.
Let me pull this up real quick. It's a little clip. This guy is nuts. I kind of forget the guy's name. Who's the guy with the suit and the glasses? He's old. I obviously that's a very vague. Shit, what's this guy's name? Where's Stillwater? I want to see.
Dan Pena.
What was it? Dan, yes. Dan Pena. Money can't buy happiness.
Yikes. Why does he look so skinny?
He's crazy.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is so true though.
If you don't think money can buy happiness, you don't know where to shop. You can get money and then go save the world. You can get money and save the forests in Brazil. You make money and go save global warming. But without money, you can't save a fucking thing. Don't you understand? Don't the fucking idiots on YouTube understand that? Until you make some shekels, until you make some fucking coin, you can't help anybody. Because if love got the job done, you wouldn't all be fucked up.
This guy is nuts, like out of his mind, but he makes so much sense all the time.
So it's a balance though. It's
100%. 100%.
You know, like you can't tell me it's you see, like we're like children, you know, like you know how like a child doesn't really need the best house to grow up in, the best car to be dropped off school with, or even the best school, you know, to get a good education. What any kid really needs is like a loving home and all that. Like that's where the value really comes, you know, sort of thing. And so human beings are no different. Like the older you get, we're not really that different, man. It's all about balance, to be honest. Like, yeah, you can't tell me money comes before all that other shit.
1,000%. And I was watching this video yesterday. It kind of just came up. I think this will be good for you guys to listen to as well. This is coming from people that already have money and what they think about it. Let's see. See all these institutional traders I'm watching. This guy, he's really good. The value of money, where is it? Hold on 1 second. He's on my phone. Maybe I skipped over it. This would be good for you guys to hear. Here we go. Matei, I'm just sending this to you on Slack just so that I can open it up. I like what this guy George says about it.
I'm about to blow your
And
mind.
I
in the
think,
next 50 seconds. So I found some research
you're gonna
that's
relate with
really
it a lot.
helpful for guys that are having trouble
Pat.
getting.
So sitting at this dinner.
But before we get into it, I just want to look at GJ over here. It looks like we're breaking support. But is this something that we want to take? Do we want to take a sell over here?
Yeah, I saw it, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
For me.
Do we need to be in a trade? That's the question. It's the 5 minute on gold. Yeah. Let's just keep an eye on it. Let's see if we get maybe a close below the support and like a retest over here. I'm not going to take any kind of impulse entry, but if we get a retest and the candle closing in our direction, then maybe I'll take this with a clean move to the left. You only have about 20 pips to play with here, so just be careful. Yeah, let's see what we get over here. 744. But yeah, listen to
And the guy brings out the menu and he says, hey, we have 3 different kinds of Japanese Wagyu beef on the menu tonight. And I looked at it, and you know, me and Amara agreed on this like $550 steak. And you know, I was excited and I was like so happy that it was about to come out. And as it was coming out, I thought to myself, this is the 3rd time that I've eaten this Japanese Wagyu this week. We were at Catch talking about the Floyd Mayweather fight. I had been at Spago, you know, a couple days before that, and it got me to thinking about I don't know where I'm going with the story. I'm so sorry. I've dropped the ball completely. It got me to thinking. I'm sorry. The dog threw me off completely. Let me restart this story, okay? What's going on? Surely, I had a brain fart. Okay. It got me to thinking about the time I spent on the come up and how excited I was about all of these different things. Steak, private jets, girls. And I was so pumped up about all of it. And now it feels like bland. Do you think that after a while, all that's left in life is like incremental increases to happiness? So for a while, you've lived in a massive house with a chef and maid service. Do you think when you get a larger house than that, it will only just represent like an incremental increase to your happiness, and you'll never feel that first big boom again that you felt when you made it?
I'm gonna have you answer this because I think I was wired differently.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually just had this conversation with my girlfriend. I said, so this guy came up to me.
what he says.
About that. And
Yeah.
he said, write down all your blessings that you have that like makes you really happy. And I did.
The guy in Arizona, right?
I don't remember who it was. I just remember the conversation because it was deep. So basically what happened is I wrote out all my blessings, and a lot of them had to do with my new house that I just bought, obviously a beautiful girlfriend, like my team that I have and all that stuff. And then the common sense ones, like the family and the health and all that shit.
Yeah.
And so he goes, okay, now you can only keep 5 of them. And I was like, what? No, fine. So I had to sit there and scratch out the ones that I could live without. And the ones that I cared about the most are actually the ones I came into this life with. So like my health and my family and my surroundings. So I was on my way the same day to go get pizza, and I was like really excited about this pizza. I know that sounds stupid. I was really excited about it because we were about to come home and watch the Kevin Hart special. And I was like, man, it's really the things that make you happy that are important. And I think a lot of people try to preference money and establish that. And like mine never was that. I wasn't into the jewelry. I wasn't into the nice cars, the big houses. My happiness always had to do with like eating food and watching TV with loved ones. I don't know why, but it always did. So I never had that moment where everything was dull. Like I actually do find excitement in a lot of things. I won't let myself get to that point.
Right.
You know how they say more money, more problems? I think you're just chasing your ego. You want it to get bigger and better. But I think if you rewire your head to think, this is amazing. Because like right now where I am today, this day, I was better than I was last year. And if I don't sit here and appreciate that, then I'm just going to be chasing this disappointment that I'll never, ever land on.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm not complaining by any
No, I never said
by any means.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not complaining at all. It's just it got me thinking too of this Drake song. He put out this song called "Is There More" on his on this Scorpion album.
Yeah.
And he said, "Is there more to life than going on trips to Dubai, yachts on 4th of July, G5 soaring in the skies? Is there more to life than all these corporate ties and all these fortunate times and all these asses that never come in proportionate size?" And it really got me to thinking, like, when you're on the way up, you have all these dreams about all this stuff, but what happens? I don't think you ever prepare yourself for accomplishing it and getting it, and then asking yourself the question, what now?
The what now moment.
Yeah.
A pivotal moment in many people's lives. Could be a defining factor of champions. The what now moment, when you reach and finally accomplish that thing that you wanted.
Right.
You make it to the top of the mountain. What now?
Right.
You know who described this? The punter we had on
oh my God.
Steve Weatherford.
Oh, the Giants punter that won the championship.
Won the Super Bowl. Won the Super Bowl. Got back to his hotel room. I just did the thing that I wanted to do my whole life. I'm in my hotel room now. What do I do?
Yes.
And for me, something that's always helped is I can remember, I fell in love with the present. I like the fact that I'm here and that I'm healthy and that I'm around people who love me and believe in me. And if I wasn't at some point, I'd find people who do and who are.
Right.
And I've had this through line of happiness that I've been blessed with. I never really see, like, what is the metric for happiness? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never see any extreme spikes or extreme dips because, and Drake said this, I try not to get too caught up in either the highs or the lows.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm just, I don't know, I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to just keep accomplishing my stuff, but it never ends, man. Life's just a game, and I'm here to win as many levels as I possibly can. And if I fail trying, I'll try again.
I know I introed this tragically. I had this played out in my mind, and it's a very complex.
I hate these ads. Just ruin the video.
Complex issue. And I know it also sounds like a very privileged issue, but something tells me that we have a very
I want to take a break over here for a second. Contemplating taking a low risk entry over here based on the 5 minute.
On GJ.
Yeah, once we pass the low of this wick right here. Get that pre-New York open volume, but I may just wait for the New York open, 8 o'clock. You want to check all time frames. Thing is, what we could be doing is just coming down right now because we're making higher lows. You see this low here, higher. But now we have this resistance right over here. Could we just be retesting this area, forming support to then continue right back up? We're in an uptrend. It's very hard for me to sell GJ right now, especially fundamentally as well. So again, we're in this range. We're also kind of in an uptrend over here, respecting this bullish trend. Do we want to take a sell? Me? No. I'd rather wait for maybe a support to form over here in this area and then take price up once price breaks above this resistance. No need to take a trade. No need to rush a trade. Sometimes you just don't get the markets that you want or the candles that you want. Gold looks interesting too. But these are those.
Sorry.
What was that, James?
I was going to ask, did you catch the gold buy yesterday?
Yeah. So I just broke that down before. Where are we? This way.
Well, I saw something in the group and I was wondering, was it just an idea or did you catch it?
No, I caught this is the trade the other day. Let's see. Yeah, 72 pips on gold. So I closed it out right before market close, around like 4:30. at 72 pips. But once we reached 1900, obviously very psychological number, we got to that point. I was content with it. Also because the reason I closed the full thing is because I already closed half down here once we started breaking the 5-minute structure down here. And it looked like we could, and I took this, around 11:30, actually I have the exact time here, 11:40. So obviously London's closed already. There's not much volume, but what happened was on gold is that we finally broke this consolidation, right? And it was right here. So what was going on was I was thinking, okay, we broke this 5-minute structure over here, and I had a line right here, and I had a line right here. So price started pushing up. I entered somewhere around here, and once price started breaking this area, I stayed in the trade. I didn't manage risk. I didn't do anything. I thought maybe, all right, we're coming down to form support here, and then we could continue up. And I said, okay, if we break this 5-minute structure down here and close below it, I'm going to close 50%. I had my stop loss down here. So we could have very well, with not much volume in the market, with London being closed, we could have very well consolidated in here for quite some time and then headed up. And I didn't want to be stuck in that consolidation at full risk. So what I did was I just closed 50% here, and I never re-entered just because of the fact that, it was after my session, and this was meant to be an intraday trade anyway, based on, how wide my stop loss was. I took this based on the higher time frames. Now I lost this. Where are we? Here we go. Yeah, I took this based on the fact that we got this close on the 1 hour with a wick to fill, and I placed my stop loss somewhere down here. Yeah, right below the 30-minute candle right here. After this candle closed bullish. So this candle ended up passing the low of that candle, and that's where I closed 50. And then we flipped bullish and continued up. I ended up closing the full thing at 1900 right here.
Yeah, it moved fast too, didn't it?
Yeah. What was I doing? You know what I was doing more now is just getting used to not even looking at it. Setting some alerts. I closed 50%. I was busy throughout the day anyway, and I just glanced at it every once in a while. And I had my targets, and I wanted price at some point to reach 1900. I didn't think it was going to do it that quick, but we ended up reaching 1900 before the session ended or the day ended. And I just closed the full thing because I already closed 50 down here, and I never re-entered.
Yeah, because I got 13 pips, I think.
Awesome.
But I was outside in the farm actually, and I just glanced at it, and then it was already hit my TP.
Oh wow!
I thought it was going to take a few hours because there was no volume, but then there was some news or something I saw.
How do you like that period from where you go to check your trade and you see that the trade's no longer open, and you have like a quick 3-second period where you're going to check to see if it's you hit your stop loss or your take profit?
Yeah, it's normally I'm normally prepared for it to hit my stop loss. I'm like, another one.
you're fully mentally prepared for something like that because you go into the trade with that preparation anyway.
Yeah, but I was surprised like hit my take profit. I thought it hit my stop loss, so I had to go through my trades, and I was like, wait, it actually hit it.
Well, I figured
it's different, hey? Like, so I have my my IC market, whatever, C Trader linked to my smartwatch, and like it will show me the message comes in on my watch. Okay, take profit has been hit, stop loss has been hit, and like whenever I see the message and I see stop loss has been hit, man, my heart just sinks. It just hits different. Like when it comes through on your watch and you're like, oh. Shit. Versus just checking the chart and just see, oh, okay, my stop loss was, yeah, I don't know, I hate it.
No, 100%. It's a pain in the ass sometimes. Plus, like, you put all that work in as far as like the analysis and all that stuff, and it just gets too much when you hit your stop loss. Sometimes it's just like, come on, but you got to embrace it. There's literally no other way to look at it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait for 8 o'clock to see how this candle closes. It's looking good as far as bearish pressure. So let's wait 3 minutes to see how we close, and then we can potentially get ready for that, or potentially take that.
Yeah, I signed up for Dominion Markets yesterday.
Oh, nice. How do you like it?
I haven't deposited yet, but it looks all right.
That's awesome.
So I wanted a broker you could do crypto or card as well, or debit card.
Okay.
And most brokers are only one or the other.
Yeah, you're in Australia.
I'm not. No, I'm in Ireland.
So in the US, you can't deposit with like a debit account or something.
So Dominion Markets is probably based somewhere in Europe. So the headquarters.
Yeah, either that or your what's it called? What was I just gonna say? Oh yeah, you deposit with crypto.
Yeah, because I'm with a US broker now, and I don't like the option of like just having crypto.
True.
I want both. Because crypto, like, I don't know how I get the money into my bank account from crypto. I don't know much about it.
I just use Cash App, and I deposit and withdraw with Cash App. It's pretty
Yeah, because
simple.
that doesn't work in Ireland.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm
places
like,
it doesn't.
yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know, like enough about it to use it. I bought a crypto card actually. It's like an app where you can just deposit crypto and spend it as a MasterCard.
Oh, really? Did you see Fauci basically flipping, saying that he's not convinced that COVID was generated naturally? And he spent all last year trying to debunk that. Fauci, Dr. Fauci, went back on his word saying that he's not convinced that COVID developed like naturally, like it didn't come from a bat by accident or anything like that. He's thinking maybe it could have been produced in a lab.
Yep.
This candle is breaking the low of that candle in the first minute. I don't like that. All right, that's not part of my rule. So if we miss that, that's fine.
Sorry, say that. Why don't you like that?
So normally when that happens, it needs to create like a top wick, right? So if it passes the low in the first minute or so, normally it retraces and reverses, and then we just start ranging in here.
Yep, I like
Not to mention we're in an uptrend right now anyway, so I'm in no rush to take a sell right now. Now, if this candle never passed the low right here and it was doing this, it's like, all right, this is exactly what I want. And then in the second half of the 5-minute candle, we start breaking the low, then, that would be a valid trade. But if it just breaks the low and just dumps and we miss it, I'm completely fine with that. Because that happens maybe 3 times out of 10. The other 7 times, it'll create a top wick and then drop.
Isn't that what it's doing now, creating a top wick?
No, because it already broke the low. Broke the low in the first 30 seconds of the candle.
Yeah, the only thing I think you can enter this if the candle breaks its own low, but then
Yeah, if this candle starts flipping bearish, maybe.
yeah, also.
I got this guy that created a Instagram acting like me, scamming people. I hate it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's see.
When you know you made it.
I know people always say that, but like I don't want that.
Well, what's the name of his account?
It's my Instagram handle with like I think 1 or 2 underscores. I blocked him, so I can't see him anymore. Yeah, I blocked him, reporters.
Strange that Instagram hasn't invested time in stopping such nonsense.
That's what they do, and then they end up blocking the real account. So I don't want that happening to me. You guys see this reaction over here? Previous resistance on the 30-minute. Price now respecting that as a new support. This could be a fake out. You get like a retest over here, and then price continuing right back up. You see why we didn't enter that, Pat?
Yep.
Like I'm saying, like, you know, the how it passed the low, like that makes sense to you?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so this zone right here, 154, 130, critical zone. I'm contemplating if we get a close in here and a little retest of this support, I may take a very low risk entry, anticipating this fake out. It also being in an uptrend, that price is going to break out of this resistance with the New York volume. But we'll see. We'll see what we get, the kind of formation that we get, the kind of candles that print, and we'll be prepared for it. Ooh. Excuse me.
That's it.
COVID. Thank you.
Gold is slowly coming up.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit. This is why we didn't take those sells. Just like a mess. These are higher lows. Take a look right here. Check this out.
That's perfect. And if you extend it, I mean that it acts as a resistance.
Yep. Then I don't know if you guys use your fibs or anything like that, but bounce off the 61.8 and then the 50.
Nice.
Gary, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
How are you?
Yeah, not bad.
Good stuff, man. You take anything this morning?
I took gold sales, but not. I did paper traded it.
Gold sells. Okay, what right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, hold on.
This move.
What time's that?
I gotta see it in here because it's always off on MetaTrader. This move was 7 a.m., 7:30, right here.
No, it's before then.
So over here.
That's it. Yeah.
Nice.
So, but it's just a paper trade because I wanted to see how it goes because, well, I don't really trade gold that well. So
Yeah. What was the paper trade? Was it like an impulse like that?
yeah, it was because it was rejecting 1910, closing below it, and then it closed bearish. So like you got the resistance there.
Yep.
It broke down, obviously closed above it, and then it the next candle went straight back down, broke the low right at the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just obviously, like I always say, you want to be aware of just calling tops. Obviously, you paper traded this, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
But you know, you just want to wait for the nearest support to break. Like you would have gotten safe sells in here.
Yeah.
Right. To then come down and retest this area possibly, but definitely fill this wick.
Yeah.
But you want to wait for that close and retest below. I know, like, you know, Nathan has been burned on that a lot when it comes to like trying to call tops and selling from in here or just selling like an impulse entry down here. A couple of people have been burned by that, but you know, you live, you learn.
Yeah.
That's why I made that video about how to call tops.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to do it on my actual account. Like you say, it's calling tops, isn't it? So
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said I didn't want to do it on my live account because obviously, like you say, it's calling tops.
Exactly.
So.
Good shit. So I'm looking at a potential fake out right over here. I'm not going to rush into this trade, but this is a weak candle. I want to see a little retest right here. If we get a support for me, could possibly take this up. Let's see how many pips we have. Yeah, it's only like 10 pips in here. I'm just anticipating price breaking through the other side, but I don't want to rush into anything. GJ's a mess. It's printing higher lows, but then it's printing lower highs. So it's a little difficult right now. Any of you guys watching the games tonight? Anyone watch basketball?
Yeah, only the highlights.
You watch the highlights? Yeah. You got to be up at like 4 a.m. to watch these games.
Exactly. Only the highlights for me.
Good shit. I don't know who played last night.
Lakers, Boston, and
let's see.
Mavericks.
The Mavericks. Do you oh wow, Lakers won.
Yeah.
I think it was LeBron James.
Yeah, I was just watching that.
Finally.
Now, Matei, I feel like you root for the Mavericks, do you?
Yeah, they are my second team. The first one are Lakers. I've always been a LeBron fan, but the second one is Dallas for sure.
Okay, because of Luka?
Yeah, of course.
I could see that. Nice. Luka drops 39 as Mavs beat the Clippers.
Yeah, he had one crazy three-pointer. You know, one leg shot.
Tim Hardaway?
No, the Luka.
What was that?
He had one crazy, one leg jumper, 3-pointer. It was just like playing with them. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm pumped for tonight. Dude, I haven't seen Madison Square Garden that lively in, I don't know how long.
Can you go watch a game?
What was that?
Can you go there to watch a game?
I was going to take this. I can go. I just don't have the time.
Are the tickets sold out or anything, or you can still get it?
The tickets are what? Okay, I just entered GJ over here. Low risk, only went 1%. Oops. I don't know if this is a smart trade. Let's see if this wicket's filled right here. It's a heavy rejection. And what I'm doing here is, again, contemplating the fake out right over here with GJ being bullish and the 815 volume. But yeah, Matei, at some point I'll maybe next round make sure that they
Sure.
Yeah, this is it's probably dead. I close half. Yeah, it was a stupid trade. I've just seen this setup many times. Where you get that fake out.
It could still work out with the candle flips.
It can. That's why I'm still in it and I didn't close the full thing. But we'll see. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it was stupid.
Sorry, I just asked you a question when you were about to enter.
What was that?
Yeah, I just interrupted you when you were about to enter, so sorry for that.
No, don't be. It's all good, man. You learn from these. And a lot of times this plays out. You get this fake out right over here, get a
Exactly.
previous support, price reacting to it, and continuing up. But it's all good. Only risk 1%. That's why you do that. Gold's still ranging over here. EJ, looks like we kind of closed below, but we passed the low of the previous. Let's see. It's the 1 hour, 15 minute. It's honestly the correct zone right here. Yeah. U.S. Treasury yield is just tanking. Dollar index. Looks like we found support over here. Coming right back into this range. Oh man, patience. Getting nothing. Let's see. Get the London wrap. No. Yeah, this week I was actually kind of expecting this slow moving week just based on the fact that we didn't have many economic data points coming out. So I was not expecting a heavy moving week unless we broke out of these consolidation periods like on gold, like that trade we got on gold yesterday. GJ's playing around this morning. I'm still trying to figure this out. Let's see.
Gold is moving.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Again, we need to close above this area. Will we get a move? We got about 6 minutes for this candle to close. We get a retest of this area. Is anybody already in gold? I don't think so, right?
I don't know. Waiting for a close.
There's no entry yet. Want to wait for our support to form.
Yeah, I'm looking at actually the same play that I took prior, that close above resistance, above 1909.
Yep. Wait for that wick.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if we get it. We do have this resistance right over here too, so I'm seeing if maybe we close above that. But we'll see. Got 3 minutes left. Ah, man. Wow, it looks good.
Yep.
2 minutes. All right, 8:30. So we're making our high right here, which is good. You know, don't get FOMO from this. You wait for the retest, and then we can retest that high. If we miss it, we miss it. But there was no clear entry over here, so there's no reason to get FOMO. A lot of rangy markets.
I just gave my GJ sell another try.
What was that?
So I just gave my GJ sell another try.
Oh, you took one before? Pat?
Yeah, I did.
Which one did you take?
So sell after breaking that what do you call it now? Support on the 15-minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right over here?
Yeah.
Got it. What happened with this trade?
No. This the wait, just hold on. Let me see. this one over here. Can you see my cursor? This.
Oh, you grabbed this candle right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That's the 5 minute, 15 minute. Okay, so you put your stop loss up here, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, and you secured?
So it didn't. That trade didn't work out for me.
Okay.
It went like 3 pips or 4 pips in profit, and then.
Were you able to manage risk?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. My fucking forehead keeps peeling.
I was about to say on Monday you were looking like you had a nice tan over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some nice weather over here. Got a nice workout outdoors. Got to relax for a second. So it looks like maybe we're creating a high over here on gold. So it just keeps moving. I'm in no rush to take a buy on the 1 minute up here. Damn, man. Gold's at 1912. Yeah, it'll be coming up to 1950. Five-minute close with no top wick. So I'm looking for maybe a support to be formed right around this area. Hopefully the 15-minute.
Yeah, we could create that retest, and then with stock exchange open, we could have a bullish push.
No, this is the only trade I'll take.
Yep, same there.
Yeah, just be careful in GJ, Pat, with the 4 hour, the way it's looking right over here. It's very indecisive, very rangy. This is a crazy candle. I want to see something real quick. I found this this clip of George W. Bush pretty funny. Look at this.
We must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive. We must stop the terror.
Ridiculous. Now watch this drive. All right, so gold's kind of consolidating over here on the 1 minute. See if we break structure. How many pips you have right now, Pat?
Let me check. It's 4 pips.
Okay. And what's your target? Well, 154?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice, nice. Looks like we may have missed gold. It's really no clear entry unless you enter this on the 1 minute. These are tough trades. Let's see if somebody says something. Nothing major headline came out. But all right, here we go. Cool. So this is why we don't enter on the 1 minute at the high. So we could be getting this rejection right over here. Keep an eye on a support being formed over here on gold. And Pat, this is something that you could start journaling and, just live back test this and take this, just with your normal setups that you look for on GJ, you look for the same thing on gold. Maybe the lower time frames might be able to help, but that's what I'm looking at on there. GJ not looking too good. Like I said, GJ's a mess. I don't even know why I took that trade before, but it looked like it was going to be good. That's why we only risked 1%. But with that, I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Looking forward to it. Obviously, do the breakdown later tonight, but let's keep in contact in the New York session. Obviously, we may have some more moves coming up later on. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. But this is the main thing I'm looking for the day. I'm looking for a little support to be formed in this area, and then us continue right back up. Sound good, boys?
All right, all good.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure as always.
Tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow, all right?
Have a good one.
Take care.
Okay, boys.